McGraw Millhaven undressed right in front of me. I could see this being a huge national story. Dr. Jennifer Wessels is with SSM Health Family Medicine. Good morning, doctor. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Dr. Wessels.
Good morning. How are you?
We need you to talk right into that microphone.
Sure.
There you go.
You
Get
can bring
nice
it
and
to
comfy.
you.
There you go. Okay, good. All right, now I need to sign off. I guess we can do this at the top of the hour. Okay, so time for flu season. Time for flu shots again.
That's right.
Last year, one of the worst flu seasons ever.
That's very true.
What
Yes.
happened?
It was terrible last year. Lots and lots of people were sick. Lots and lots of people were hospitalized. Quite a few people died from the flu last year. It was one of the worst flu seasons we've seen in decades.
Who's most at risk?
Well, there are usually a couple groups of people most at risk. Very, very young children, young infants, elderly folks as well, and anyone who is chronically ill or immunocompromised.
I remember even at work, McGraw, so many people were getting sick. They were dropping like flies. McGraw's about to get a shot here.
I just got my shot.
You got it.
What was the?
I thought you'd be a bigger baby about this. Willie's getting his shot too as we do the show.
Was the vaccine off last year, or what happened?
It was. The flu vaccine last year was not as effective as we would have liked. So changes have been made to the vaccine this year. So hopefully we'll have a much easier flu season this time around.
Okay, so you guys are giving away free flu shots.
That's right. This Saturday, SSM Health will have 6 different locations giving away free flu vaccines.
Okay. There's somebody out there saying, I haven't gotten the flu shot ever. And I've never gotten the flu, so why do I need a flu shot?
They're very, very lucky then. You can never predict when you may or may not get the flu. If you get the flu shot, it'll not only help prevent you from getting sick, but it can help prevent others around you from getting ill as well.
Doctor, last year I was listening to the show, and McGraw said get a flu shot, and I got a flu shot, and then I got the flu. So what good is the flu shot?
Well, you can't actually get influenza from getting the flu shot.
Although people always think that, don't they?
Yeah. What you can get is an immune response. So when you get the flu vaccine, your body mounts an immune response to protect itself from the flu. So you might have a little headache, a little low-grade fever, aches that'll last a few days. That's your body's immune response. That's not actually influenza.
The other thing, too, is that people say, oh, I had the flu. You had a cold. There's a big difference between a cold and the flu.
Definitely.
How do you know if it's the flu?
Well, if you have the flu, you're going to feel probably the worst you've ever felt in your life. You're going to have severe body aches, severe fatigue, typically a very high fever. You might have respiratory symptoms too, congestion, coughing, but you're going to feel much, much worse than with just a simple cold.
Vomiting?
Sometimes, yes, especially in children.
We should say that these free flu shots, October 13th, are for children age 9 and above, correct? Except for Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. That location will vaccinate ages 6 months and above.
That's right, yes. So if you've got a young child 6 months or older, head on down to Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. If you've got a 9-year-old through adulthood, go ahead to any of our other SSM locations.
Explain again, because this is important. You get a flu shot, but you could get the flu down the line because the flu vaccine didn't work. But you can't get the flu from the flu shot.
That's exactly right, yes.
Yeah. That's important.
It's very important.
Because a lot of people love to say, I got a flu shot and then I got the flu, right?
Right. Nope, you cannot get it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can convince some people
Well,
otherwise.
right. And the other thing is, wait a minute. I felt terrible last year. I missed 2 days of work because I was sick and I had the sniffles. That's not the flu.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. If you do get influenza, you're going to be out of work at least a week. Some people end up in the hospital. Some people end up even dying from the flu.
Our dear friend John Beaver, who worked on this show, ultimately died from the flu.
That is so sad.
He got the
and
flu.
scary.
He was a young man. He was in his 30s. Got the flu, and the complications from the flu being what it is, he ultimately died. So we always love to explain the facts and the science behind it so that people are aware.
And you know, one of these flu clinics that SSM is putting on October 13th at St. Mary's Hospital on Bellevue Avenue is a drive-through.
Really?
So you can drive through and get a flu shot on Saturday, October 13th between 8 a.m. at noon. There's 6 locations. If you go to ssmhealth.com, you can see all the locations. But I knew people who went to the St. Mary's Hospital in Richmond Heights, and they just drove through with the whole family.
So what do you do?
Stay in your car.
Yep. What do you do? You just stick your arm out the window?
Yep.
Yeah, isn't
Roll
that
down your
great?
window, stick your arm out.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, what could
Don't
be
even
more
unbuckle your
convenient?
seatbelt.
Do you have to be diagnosed as having the flu for it to show up in the numbers?
Typically, yes. You have to go to a medical professional, be diagnosed, and that's how the CDC and the local health department count how many people per year have influenza.
Now, she was telling us, Jennifer Blom was telling us, she got a shingles vaccine. What do you know
that's
about
right.
the shingles vaccine?
When I went to
going
get
on?
the new Shingrix vaccine, they gave me a flu shot at the same time.
Sure.
And we interviewed Dr. John Morley, who said everyone over 50 should
Yes.
get that, even if they've had another shingles vaccine.
Right, that's right. So the Shingrix vaccine is a newer vaccine that is rated the #1 vaccine by the CDC to help prevent shingles. And the age range now is 50 and older, and it is much more effective than the previous shingles vaccine, Zostavax. So even if you receive Zostavax, you should go in and get your Shingrix vaccine. It is much more effective.
It's a series of 2 shots. So I got the first one
So
about
you
a
just
month
go
ago.
and you see your doctor or whatever else, and you go
Right,
from there.
right.
Yeah. And shingles is an offshoot of chickenpox.
That's correct, yes. Once
Yeah.
you've had chickenpox, that virus lives in your body for the rest of your life.
And shingles might reappear at some point.
Right,
Why
right.
over 50? Why not under 50?
Well, that's what the studies were done for to get the vaccine approved. So because studies only showed effectiveness and safety in people 50 and older, that's all it's approved to use for. If we do more studies later for younger folks, then we may have approval for other ages.
And even 50 is considered young. Shingles
true.
used to only hit older people, but younger and younger people are getting it.
Yeah, we're
And
seeing
I'm told
shingles
it's
even
painful.
it is very painful. We're seeing it even in teenagers sometimes.
Okay, so start getting your flu shots now. Get it sooner rather than later.
Yes.
But even you can get it as late as possible, right? It will always help you?
You can. It will always help you, yes. The CDC this year is recommending you get your flu vaccines at least by Halloween to make sure you're fully protected and ready for the flu season.
Which is why you're giving away free flu shots this weekend.
Exactly.
That's right. Saturday, October 13th, 8 to 12. If you go to ssmhealth.com, you can get more information because there are 6 locations.
Dr. Jennifer Wessels, SSM Health family medicine physician. One last time, everybody get your flu shot. You don't get the flu from the flu shot.
Exactly. Get your flu shot.
See, I could have taught medical school. See,
Yeah, you're ready.
how
Honorary
hard could it be?
degree.
Doctor, thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Dr. Wessels.
Yeah, no.